Yeah.
Very good at
Hello, I'm Ashley Gomez from Longwood Preparatory Academy High School. I am your co-instructor here in Deliciously Healthy. Here, I'm gonna teach you how to cook a nice, delicious, healthy meal, chili. So, Rochelle, would you like to take on?
Yeah, so for today's recipe, we're going to need some carrots, some cauliflower. We're gonna need some peppers, some white onions. We're gonna need some tomato paste, some diced tomatoes, some beans, of course, and chili powder, garlic, and yes, that is all. And would you like to tell us what we will need, Ashley?
Can you say that one more time, Rochelle?
Oh, the utensils.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I think we lost.
Okay.
Nicolina, can you provide some of the nutrition from the dish?
Like what we got, the whole thing, like everything?
Yep. Just some of the what the beans will give us, the broccoli, cauliflower.
Okay, so I read the beans, it does have protein, like 1 gram, I think, something like that. It has protein. Well, all the beans have protein. And then tomato paste. They do have a lot of sodium, but they don't have like fat or like, a high cholesterol. And carrots. That's it's good for your teeth, good for your bones. It's calcium C or vitamin C. I think it's calcium. Yeah.
Vitamin. You're right. Vitamin C.
Vitamin. Okay.
Ashley, are you there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. My post is in fast.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, video is sideways, but what is some of the utensils?
Well, the utensils in our recipe template instructed for us to have a cutting board, a kitchen knife, a skillet, but I'm going to use a pot because that's where I normally use to cook with chili. Also, a can opener because we will be opening tomato cans and tomato paste cans. So basically, our first step is to cut our vegetables. We have both, as Rochelle previously instructed, we have onions. So our first step is we're gonna chop our onions. As you can see, Rochelle, she's already chopping her onions as we speak. So what would you like to do is you would like to have your knife tightly gripped, cut it in vertically, then cut it strips horizontally. Well, this is hard vertically. The other way was horizontally. You cut many strips. And then you begin to roughly chop your onions. Onions contain antibiotics that are good for your heart. Antibiotic. And after you finish chopping your onions, you could put it in your mise en place. on a separate plate. And after you chop your onions, we will go ahead and chop off our garlic. This recipe calls for 4 garlic cloves, as they gave me. So remember to always grip your knife correctly with a firm grip. And you would like to dice your garlic. Well, no, mince your garlic. You like to thinly mince your garlic because you don't want no chunks in your garlic. I'm fine with chunks, but like it's the more you mince it, the more the flavors will come out in your food. The finer it's minced. Rochelle, would you like to cut the carrots for us?
Me personally, I like to cut my carrots in half and then in half again, so I can kind of like dice them. So I cut them like that, but if you prefer for the bigger pieces, I cut them into strips first. Cut them into strips and then I can cut them. Because the top part is thicker. So then I just put them together and dice.
Garlic is really good for you because like it boosts your immune system and it can help lower your high blood pressure and reduce your cholesterol levels. It's very healthy. I love my father. Every time he feels sick, he would mix garlic with lemon and then just drink it as is. And it would always help him feel better.
I've never heard that before. Maybe I'll have
Yeah.
to try it.
I never liked it, honestly. Personally, the first time I tried it, I was like, how do you drink this? And he says, it's good. It's healthy. And I'm like, no. It's good for like older people. Because like he has like trouble with his high blood pressure. So he just likes just always eat garlic. So after chopping the garlic, we can go ahead and cut our cauliflower. So I already cut half of mine. Here is like the root. We don't need the root. We're just gonna chop that right off. Chop off the root, and then you have the beautiful flower buds of your cauliflower. Cauliflower is so good. It's like broccoli. It's in the same family. So here you're gonna roughly chop your cauliflower. Use as much as you like. I'm gonna use half a bud, half a head of cauliflower. I'm just roughly chopping my cauliflower. And after you roughly chop your cauliflower, then you can just go ahead and put it in a separate bowl. Cauliflower, when it cooks down, it'll become slightly smaller. So I'm okay with having large chunks of cauliflower inside of my chili. I love chili. Chili is so good.
The recipe calls for like about 2 cups of cauliflower. So, but once again, if you want to use more or less, that's also fine.
All these ingredients, they have like are high in fiber, like your cauliflower, your beans, your carrots. They're all just rich in fiber and nutrients.
Yes, and the protein in general. I'm going to be using beef, which is optional. You can use turkey as well, it's also good. And the protein in general is just great for you.
Well, I'm using only beans because they have all the protein I need. And yeah, I love bean chili, like vegetarian chili. It's so good. It's delicious. I like meat chili. There's nothing wrong with the meat chili. I've eaten. It's delicious. But today I will just be cooking black beans. I know everyone else has red kidney beans, but I feel like black beans are one of the most healthiest types of beans.
But then again, this is what's great about our recipe templates, that you can kind of add things, or substitute things that you don't like or like better, which is what I personally love about our recipe templates. And for last, we have some bell peppers. I already cut some. We do have our green bell pepper, and once again, we're gonna dice this. We're gonna cut them into strips.
You can cut off the top and the bottom and leave with only the innards. You can just cut those out like in a circle motion and just have all your innard seeds cut out. What I does is how I normally chop them, and I chop them in half, and then I flatten it down and I cut them first in strips.
Yes, and once
My
you cut
hand
it,
is moving.
you can dice them.
And cut them in strips, and then you can see the dice them. You can, after you cut them up in strips, you can bunch them up together and proceeds to dice them. You can, after you're done cutting your bell pepper, you can add it in a separate bowl. And we can go on and cutting our cilantro. So generally you would only want the leaves, but it's fine if you have like a little stem in there. It's totally okay. What you would like to do is you would bunch all your cilantro together so you don't have any flyaways, and then proceeds to mince your cilantro. You will have a firm grip. Be careful with your nails. You don't want to cut them up. And you would like a fine mince in your cilantro. Cilantro just brings a boost of flavor. Some people don't like the taste of cilantro, but you can add as much as or little as you like. But the recipe calls for, I think, a tablespoon of cilantro.
And once again, it is a garnish. The cheese and the cilantro is a garnish that just kind of tops it off. But it is
Yes.
optional. And if you want, you can once again add any toppings you like at the end just for, taste. And when we're ready and we cut our vegetables, we can start heading to the stove. We can start cooking our vegetables.
Remember to always keep your station clean and tidy, because a clean kitchen is a happy kitchen. I will be wiping down my my cooking station, because cleaning is always important. Cleaning is always good after you're done cutting all your vegetables. So when you're done with all of your vegetables, you can go on and proceed to heat up your skillet or your pot, whichever you prefer, and brown your onions. So today I'm going to be using a pot because I prefer to cook chili in a pot rather than a skillet, because it'll be a lot of mess. You can add butter, or you prefer
I use
oil.
olive oil, yeah.
Yeah, olive oil. Olive oil. So that your onions don't stick over your pot or skillet. I'm gonna be adding a tad bit of oil to our pot.
I did add oil because I did do ground beef already. And just to save time, I already did ground beef.
If you're gonna use beef, then you can cook it with the onions and the garlic. So I'll be adding my onions. Add like a medium to low heat. Just continue mixing your onions so it won't burn, and you like your onions in cook these onions until it's translucent. Onions are packed with nutrients and loaded with antioxidants, and it helps control your blood sugar and boost your bone density, which is overall good for you.
I did do my my ground beef, and I'm just cooking it with the onions.
So after your onions are translucent, you could be adding your garlic, but remember to keep your pan on a low heat because you do not want to burn your garlic because that will be a big no-no. Rochelle, will you be adding meat to yours?
Yes, I did do my ground beef along with the onions and garlic.
Is there any other protein I could add to this besides ground beef?
You can
there-
add turkey, you can add chicken, ground turkey, ground chicken to it. Chicken and turkey are more healthier than ground beef. So
Yes.
whichever you prefer, because this is a recipe template, not on your regular normal recipe. You can add whatever meat you please, or no meat. If you don't want any meat, don't add meat. It can be all vegan, just like I'm doing it.
Now I'm going to put down my heat since my onions are turning transparent and they are pretty ready, and so is my meat. What about you, Ashley?
Excuse me?
Yours good? Are yours almost ready?
Yes.
We can
My
start
onions.
sauteing our vegetables.
Now that my onions are cooked, I can add my other veggies, like my cauliflower. And bell peppers and onion, tomato, carrots. Mix them all up together. So you can have a nice sear on all of your veggies because you want a little flavor. You want the aromas to mix. You want to enhance and richen the flavors.
And we can start also preparing our tomato. Our tomato, our paste, and our spices.
You can go ahead and open your tomato cans and get tomato paste. It smells so good. All the vegetables smelling together. Smells amazing. I love the smell of You can go ahead and add your tomato paste. You can. And at this moment, I'm gonna be adding vegetable stock. I mean, to my thing. It does not say you can add vegetable stock to the recipe, but I'm gonna be adding like regularly a cup of vegetable stock, to add like a little moisture to your things, so it can all bind together. This is how I normally make my chili. It just enhances the flavor. It adds a whole new level of flavor and really binds your vegetables together. At this moment, you can add your spices, but I made my own homemade chili sauce with guajillo adobo chilies, as you can see. And I will be adding like half of my sauce. This is like half a cup, but if you don't have your homemade sauce of chili sauce, you can use the chili powder given to you in your bags. I would like an extra flavor, so I will be adding cumin to my chili, like a teaspoon of cumin. If you don't have to add cumin because it does not say it in the recipe template, but I personally am adding cumin just to have another flavor inside of my chili. So after you have it cooked around for 1 minute, you can add your tomatoes, your diced tomatoes, and your beans. As I've said before, beans are rich in fiber and many nutrients. Generally, all of our ingredients are rich in fiber and good for you.
Ashley, I have a question. Do you have to drain the beans first, or you just put your beans right from the can?
Oh, I just put it right from the can. If you can drain it, but I like the
oil
bean,
and
the oil.
Yeah. Mhm.
If you prefer to drain it, by all means, you can drain it, or you can get not the canned beans, like those dried beans, like in the bags. Then you can go ahead and get that.
Oh, those sack beans.
Yeah, the sack beans. Whatever you prefer, because this is, as I said before, a recipe template. Rochelle, what are you doing right now?
Right now, I am gonna add the tomatoes because I was struggling to open the paste, which is why it took longer. But I was just waiting for the vegetables to get a little more tender. But I'm gonna add the tomatoes now, and I added the seasoning as well. But I already seasoned my ground beef, so I don't want to overdo it. But I did add the chili powder.
So I added 2 recipe bag. It comes with 1 can. So if you like, you can add 1 can and your meat, or you can just do what I did, where I only have beans and just add 2 cans of beans or 1, whatever you prefer. If you have no vegetables, I prefer you would add 2 cans if you have, because it's like a substitute for the meat because the recipe template calls for turkey, ground turkey. The way my kitchen smells now with the chilies and the cumin and all the vegetables together, it is really amazing. I love making chili. It's one of my favorite foods. My parents not so much are like, why does it smell like chilies? Like, it's a very strong smell. Even especially I make my own chili sauce, like it fills up the whole house.
Ashley,
And
will
then-
your family enjoy this recipe?
Yes, my family loves chili. They love
Good.
every time.
Do they
I
like how
normally
much?
never make it with cauliflower.
Cool. Do they
This
like
is a
how
new
much?
thing.
Do they like how much of your love and passion and creativity you put into it? And extra work?
My father, he's like always proud that I like love cooking and like love making cooking. And my father, he's not a cooker, but he's an eater. He loves eating all of my foods. He's like, have you cooked today? Why haven't you cooked today for me? I want to eat something good. And my mom's just like, why don't you do something better? But cooking has always been something I love, and cooking has always been a passion of mine.
So since you've been in class at Longwood, have you started to use more vegetables in your cooking?
Yeah, I love that when I joined Team Battle Chef, before I haven't used many vegetables. It was really difficult for me to like decide, I was like afraid to like venture in green vegetables or like more something that's healthy for me. Like I was always, the only vegetable I ever ate was like spinach, and I wanted to like brighten my taste palette. So after in Team Metal Chef, I've like figured out, oh, I love carrots now. Before I didn't like carrots, but like if I cook it in this way, carrots taste good. And I like bell peppers. I love asparagus. I never thought that I would like asparagus. I was like, that's kind of scary. I don't want to touch that. But now, like after like the tortillas that we made, the quesadillas that contain asparagus, I was like, these are good. These are delicious. And I'm actually glad I joined Deliciously Healthy and Team Battle Chef because like I've learned how to eat more healthily and can still be delicious. Like
And
it's
Ashley,
honestly changed me.
Ashley, are you also finding that your family is willing to eat more things because you're passionate about it and introducing it to them? Or do you think they're not having effect? Do you think you're having an effect on them?
Well, I was always the picky one in my family. They already ate healthily. They always ate vegetables. And I was the one person who's like, I don't want to eat the vegetables. And now they're like, wow, you're finally eating good. And I'm like, yeah. They already eat vegetables. They already love healthy food. So now we're just all healthy together. So
What about
It's good.
siblings? Do you have any siblings that you broaden their horizons?
well, I have a little brother. He's 10.
Mhm.
And no matter what I cook something, he refuses to eat it if it has a vegetable. I say, hey, you should eat it because it's delicious. And he just refuses to even try it. He's a kid. I understand that when I was younger, I would refuse to eat anything. So I hope when he grows older, I can reintroduce these foods so where he can like understand.
I
these are
think
good.
maybe that's not so surprising as you say, but I think maybe if you let him to try and help cook with you, it might change that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I can ask him to like cook with me. My older brothers, they always love every time I cook something with lots of vegetables. They were never picky. My older brothers, they always ate all the vegetables, always ate like carrots and spinach and broccoli. And I was the odd one out with my little brother, never ate. But now I love vegetables. They're so good. Beans and vegetables are all so delicious. How about you, Rochelle? What do you think about like how has your life changed with eating healthier?
Honestly, something that has been different was like the amount of food I've tried. Like with Untitled Chapter, like I've tried a lot of new foods that I never really heard about. And honestly, I've been cooking more. It kind of gave me some sort of it being independent because like before I never really cooked since it was always my mom cooking. But now like I'm confident enough to like cook my own meals and look up recipes and add more color and vegetables to my meals. And I just kind of like that because like I said, like I was never really confident enough to cook by myself, but now like I'm confident enough that I know what I'm doing and that I can kind of eyeball things myself and do things myself, which is great, honestly.
Well, you know that these recipes with so many fruits and vegetables in them is like your health insurance, right? As you're eating them, all these colors, all the antioxidants that's going in there, it's helping your immune system. It's helping you fight off all kinds of things. So as you share that with your families and even your friends, you're giving everybody else some health insurance too.
Yes, because like we say, like the food is like an artwork, and all the different colors they benefit you in some different way, which I love.
So you're saying it's satisfying on multiple levels, right? It's satisfying that you're looking at it, expressing yourself, finding something delicious, benefiting your health. Wow, a lot of different benefits there.
Not only is it pretty, but like it's good for you. It looks
So,
appetizing.
so Rochelle, both of them look delicious, but yours look like it could need a little liquid. Do you have any
Yeah,
chicken?
I was gonna add chicken broth because I did add
Yeah,
chicken
you
broth
should.
earlier.
Yeah,
but,
it'll take about a cup or it'll take another cup of
Yes.
liquid because those all have to cook and come together. Also, the template calls for some tomato paste. So they're gonna put tomato paste in the pantry bags. Did anybody put tomato paste in their chili? If not, you can put it
Yes.
now.
Yes,
called
I've added my
for-
potato
Yeah,
paste.
me too.
Okay, great.
It called for like a tablespoon.
Yeah, you could put a tablespoon or two.
My
And
recipe
Ash-
was doubled, so I added like half the can. That
Oh,
could
great.
be. The can is like 6 ounces, so it could be like 3 ounces of
Ashley,
tomato paste.
could you briefly tell us how you made, because I want to make it. Could you tell us how you made your own chili paste? So the bag of
Oh.
chilies you showed everybody, do you boil them or do you powder them in a food processor? How did you make the chili paste?
So I have 3 types of chilies. I have orobo, I have guajillo, and I have ancho chilies. These are
Okay.
my orobo chilies.
Yep.
And what I basically would do is I would open up the case. If you don't like it super spicy, your chili sauce, you can just remove all the seeds. But if you want to be adventurous, you want to be a little crazy, you can just have the seeds with it. I generally just take out all the seeds because I know my
Mhm.
family doesn't have a high
Doesn't
spice
like
tolerance.
spicy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so
And
I would.
You can leave your wooden spoon. You can leave your wooden spoon on the side. Don't leave your wooden spoon in the pot and cook the spoon. You're cooking the food, not the spoon.
Okay.
Okay.
So
But you can leave it. Yeah, exactly.
So what I'll do is I will grab a dry pan and I'll just dry roast my chili so it can like
Oh,
enhance the flavor. And
yeah.
after for 5 minutes, they're dry roasted and like well brown because like it'll have a little char on it. Then
Mhm.
I will add like water to the pan until it's completely submerged. And I will put a lid and let it cook for like 10 minutes. So like the liquids can like fuse with the chili.
Mhm.
And then I will grab a blender
Mhm.
or a food processor if you like. And I blend the water and chili
Wow.
together. And it will just be like chili paste.
And it makes its own chili paste. But how much water do you put? So you put like what, about a cup of water?
Well, it depends on how much chilies you use. You always want your chilies completely submerged in the water.
Got it.
It's
Okay.
not. It's depends on how much you have. I generally use like 4 arobo chilies, 2 aguajillo, and 2 arobo chilies.
Mhm.
Ancho chilies, yes. And that's
And your
my
chili,
recipe.
your chili takes because you put about a half cup of chili paste in there. It takes a half cup.
Yeah, I use half
Wow.
a cup of chili.
I'm really excited to see. I wish I could taste it. It looks really nice.
My parents love my chili, but they don't love the whole fumes in the whole house because like it just smells like hot chili, and then
Mhm.
their eyes starts watering. You want to generally like mix your chili over and over again so it doesn't like stick on to the bottom of the the pot. And if you want to scrape the stuff on the side, because like that's, you know, a flavor, and put it inside of your chili, the chili, and you just continue to stir. Don't let anything stick, don't let anything burn. And it just smells so good. It smells delicious, looks delicious. You can add any vegetables to your chili. We added, as we said before, carrots, bell peppers, cauliflower, and yeah, and onion and garlic. But any vegetables that you prefer, you can add. Like if you want to add mushrooms, you can add mushrooms, or you can add any vegetables that you prefer or anything that you have, because this is a recipe template as we stated
So
before.
Ashley and Rochelle, I have a question. So can both of you sample, just taste a little bit of your chili, the tomato broth, and tell me if it needs anything? And you can teach the
I haven't
audience
added
also.
salt or pepper yet.
Yeah, you want to, yeah. So would you teach the audience how they can like taste it and add and adjust it to their liking?
Yeah. What I normally add in my chili is I always add lemon in the end, because that always cuts back the flavor of like the hard spicy chilies. It's really good. But I'm gonna try a little bit, a spoonful of my chili. I haven't added salt or pepper yet, but I'm just gonna test it and see how the sauce tastes. Don't forget to blow on it, because like if this is hot, you don't want to burn your mouth. Yeah, it definitely needs lemon and salt, pepper. So you can add like a teaspoon. I generally eyeball it. A teaspoon or two of salt.
Mine
And
is
you can add some
I
pepper.
did add some cayenne pepper as well, since I do like it to be spicy. But I also already put some seasoning in my ground beef, so I don't want to over season it as well. So it has a good balance. It tastes tomatoey, but it also has like the spice at the end.
I'm gonna be adding a half a lemon, you know, some acidity to your chili.
I usually add lemon,
Ashley,
but
Ashley, I got a question. Was that a lime or a lemon? Because you said lemon, but it looked
Oh,
green.
the thing is, my family, I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I know.
Ever since I was little, my family always called limes lemons. So it was always just in my brain, oh, this is a lemon, but it's not a lemon, it's a lime. And I'm like, I always scream at them, like, this is not a lemon, this is a lime. But now I call it a lemon, which it's not.
So you put the juice of a whole lime right in there.
I put half a lime.
Half a lime. Nice.
You can add a whole lime, but I don't like extreme acidity. My father, he'd be adding like 3 whole limes into his chili, and I'm like, Dad, that's a lot. But
I usually add lime, but like for self-serve, just in case someone doesn't really like it, because it is spicy. So like just in case someone wants something else, I always kind of do the self-serve.
I feel like it's not complete without lime. And everyone in my family likes lime in their chili, so I just go ahead and add it. But yeah, that's a good thing. What Rochelle said, self-serve lime is like important.
And what do you usually eat your chili plain?
No, I eat it with toppings. I eat it with yogurt and cheese and with rice, but I did not make rice today. So I can just eat it plain today.
Last time I had chili, I had some pita chips. Just like for like a snack after. But it does go well. But once again, like all the vegetables and meat is there. So usually, yeah, I just have like pita chips or tortillas.
Yeah, you can eat it like or in a burrito, like anything, any way you go. Chili is versatile. You can eat it like a dip.
My mom loves chili, especially at the end where you add all the cheese. She loves cheese.
I like to top mine with avocado and a little sour cream. But
Yes, I
Ashley,
love-
I like your healthier option of using yogurt. Yogurt and
Greek yogurt.
avocado would go nice, and cilantro, of course.
Delicious.
Yeah, cilantro
Every
is a
time-
garnish. It's great.
Every time we have avocado in my house, like it's gone in a second, and like
Yeah.
avocado is becoming more expensive. Around like I remember it was like $1, now it's like one avocado is like $3. It's becoming more expensive.
In general, yeah, food in general is getting very expensive. So, which is also why it's good to learn how to like do recipes with things you have at home, since food is getting very expensive.
Avocado is a good source of fat. It's delicious and it's healthy for you. So that's why, like, yeah, avocado is a healthier alternative, even though, like, I don't have it, so it's sad. But yeah, I believe my chili is done. It all looks completed. So,
Looks
how
beautiful.
about you, Rochelle? What do you think? How did your chili
Yes.
look?
Mine is pretty good. The vegetables are all tender, the beans are cooked, and I already tried it, and the sauce is great. So I think I'm finished as well.
What did you think of putting the cauliflower in here? Because that's the one thing that's not as typical as the other items.
Yes.
Well, I'm about to try it out, and I'm gonna see how it
Yes.
tastes. I've never tried it, but like I love cauliflower. I eat cauliflower with like my eggs and my potatoes. So cauliflower doesn't have like it's not an extreme flavor. Like I don't think it'll overpower anything. I feel like the chili is gonna like infuse with it and it's gonna taste good. But like let me try it out and see.
Moment of
Yeah,
truth.
like Ashley said, the cauliflower did like kind of absorb the sauce, so it is really good in general. And the peppers, I like the peppers because I personally love peppers. It just kind of adds a little bit to it, and I like it in general. It's good.
So I'm gonna grab my ladle and I'm gonna ladle some chili into my bowl. Let's taste this out. You know, good ladling of chili. I'm gonna clean the edges because you know, perfectionist in me is like I have to have this presented perfectly. You know, that's what they normally do in the kitchen. They would clean the edges out. It's like to make it look beautiful. Now it's like cooking is one thing, but plating is another. You want your food to look beautiful. That's what I learned in Team Battle Chef, you know, from Barletta and Sutherland. Call out to them. Shout out. You need to present it, make it look beautiful, make it look gorgeous. And I'm gonna pull out my queso. Where's my cheese? I'm gonna plate it with some cheese and some Greek yogurt. And if you some cilantro, as if you like cilantro or not, and whatever you prefer. And yeah. So I'm gonna grab my Greek yogurt, no fat, no GMOs, very good. It has 16 grams of protein. You know, it's a good source of dairy. You know, you have all your food groups you need. You have your vegetables, you have your protein, you have, I don't even, grain. Do we have grain? I don't know.
No, if you made rice, you would have had your grain. So, and a lot of people
Oh wait,
like to have rice with
cauliflower.
their chili.
No. Cauliflower is not a grain. What?
It's a vegetable.
Yes.
I can't wait to see your plating of your bowl. That chili paste made the sauce nice and dark and thick.
So like the contrast of the white of the yogurt and the darkness of
I think
Oh, Rochelle, I like
sour cream and cilantro cheese.
Very nice, very nice.
Nicolina, how's yours going?
It's good, you know. I'm just trying to add the
Wow,
topping
look at that.
to it.
Yeah.
That's
That
nice.
color bowl is a perfect color to use with kind of the reds and the oranges in that food.
Thank you.
So here is my chili. Have it all plated. And if everyone is ready, we can go on and test out how it tastes.
Looks amazing.
Thank you.
Let's see yours in the bowl, Nicolina.
I'm ready.
Let's pin them or spotlight them. So see if I can do that. Ashley.
Nicolina, did you drape a tortilla on the side?
Yeah.
Love it.
Can somebody spotlight the two side by side so we can take a photo that way through, I can do a screen grab.
I think Miss Barletta, you have the control, right?
I do. I've just never done this. Okay, so just
So
go
go
to
up to those three dots in their window and go spotlight.
my,
There, you got it. All right, now both of you hold them up.
Oh, my pen.
add spotlight. Okay.
Yeah. Nice. So nice.
Nicolina, can you hold yours higher? Just a little higher. There you go.
There we go. Oops.
Smells so good.
That looks great, guys.
Yeah.
Can't wait to
Did
eat
you
it,
try
bro.
yours, Ashley?
Huh?
Did you try yours?
I said it smells good. I haven't tried it yet. I might wait for all of us to try it together. It's a little hot. Oh. So don't forget to blow.
So now do your families eat it? Eat like everything? Are there ever leftovers?
Yes, my mom is currently waiting to try it. Yes. Mhm. Rápidamente. Rápidamente.
This is good.
I just did it. It's hot.
The cauliflower, I thought it was not gonna be like, amazing. But the cauliflower in it is 10 out of 10. I love it.
Is
It's
it
so good. Rich in flavor, the cheese and the Greek
No,
yogurt.
It adds another texture too, right?
Yeah, it's interesting. I never thought of adding Greek yogurt to chili. That's smart.
It's healthy original sour cream.
Rid of that.
It's the same thing, basically. They're both they taste exactly the same, not gonna lie. But I like Greek yogurt. I prefer it. You know what I do? To make a healthier mess, I would get Greek yogurt, and then you know those powders of ranch. Yeah, I would just add that, and then just eat that instead of like ranch itself, because like that's not that healthy. But like yeah, Greek yogurt, you can do a lot. With sauce consistent.
We have approval.
Yes, she likes it.
Nicolina, how'd yours turn out?
It's good. I say it's good with the wheat tortillas. Yeah.
Mhm.
It is very good.
Amazing. All right, I think that kind of wraps it up for our class now, right?
Yes.